Hey, mighty companions, this is Earl Purdy. And I want to welcome you to Facebook Live Hardcore Course in Miracles. Hardcore, this is what I'm talking about. Hardcore Course in Miracles. And we're going to talk about how you can be sustained, how you can be taken care of right now, how you can be taken care of right now, how you can be sustained. That's what we're going to talk about in this Course in Miracles hardcore class. I'm Earl Purdy here on Facebook Live, and let's start out with a little music from Brother John Christmas in order for us to get centered. Here we go. We are one. We are one. Let's take a breath. Here we go.
There's a call for God, I see it everywhere. Everybody's running scared, and everything is turning upside down. But the words I hear, they keep coming through from deep inside of me and you. It's telling us that love is who I am. You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one. Yeah, yeah, we are one. Now let's come together and understand that Christ was born inside of every man. He's waiting for us to choose him as ourselves. When you choose him, you know you choose me too. And everyone becomes a part of you. And then you will know that love is who I am.
Yeah.
You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one. Yeah, yeah, we are one. Oh, we are one.
I want to welcome you to Hardcore Course in Miracles. I'm Earl Purdy, and we're going to be on Lesson 50 in the Course in Miracles workbook on page 79, Lesson 50. I am sustained by the love of God. How are you sustained? How can you be taken care of in these times right now? How can you be assured of being sustained right now in these times? I'm going to share that with you. Lesson 50, I am sustained by the love of God.
You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know
I am you and you are me. 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 I am Earl Purdy, the Truth Repetition Teacher. That was John Christmas at www.johnchristmas.com. Yes, this is our Hardcore Course in Miracles class. I have been teaching and learning A Course in Miracles for over 40 years, and I'm here to be truly helpful, especially to A Course in Miracles students. And we're going to cover one of my favorite lessons in A Course in Miracles, the one that has meant the most to me, ever since I decided over 33 years ago that I would teach the Course in Miracles and share the Course in Miracles as my full-time occupation, focus, mission, career, whatever you want to call it. It's because I have been able to do it because of this lesson, lesson 50. I am sustained by God's love, by the love of my Creator. You can be sustained by your Creator's love. How do you do that? How do you let yourself tap into knowing that you are sustained by the love of God? This is what we're going to talk about this evening. And please share this video. This is deep. And one of the things that the Course in Miracles says often is read me slowly. Do this slowly, because it's more important that you remember what's being said than that you understand what's being said. So the Course in Miracles has guidelines that it gives that you should be using if you're going to study the principles of A Course in Miracles. It has its own instructions about how to do A Course in Miracles. And in the workbook it says, remember only this. This is what I want you to remember. You need not believe the ideas. You need not accept the ideas. You need not even welcome the ideas. Some of the ideas you may find hard to believe. Some of the ideas you may find hard to believe. Some of the ideas you may find hard to believe. Some of the ideas may startle you. Some of the ideas that I give you may startle you. Some of the ideas in A Course in Miracles are not regular startling. It says quite startling. Then the Course in Miracles says you're not asked to judge the ideas at all. You are not being asked to analyze the ideas at all. So that's not what I am going to do. I am the Divine Repetition Teacher, the Truth Remembrance Teacher, TRT, DRT. That's my goal. So if you want to see that the ideas are true, how do you do that? How do you have the experience of seeing that these ideas are true? Well, the Course in Miracles says, guess what? Their use will give the ideas meaning to you. Using the ideas will give the ideas meaning to you. The ideas will have meaning for you when you use the ideas. The ideas in the Course in Miracles will have meaning for you when you use the ideas, not analyze the ideas, use the ideas. Lesson 50. Lesson 50. I am sustained by the love of God. Now, one of my goals is always to make this as practical as it possibly can be. Practical, 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 practical. All right, so let's go through this together. The name of it is I am sustained by the love. Stop right there. I am sustained. You are sustained. You are sustained by what? The love. You are sustained by the love of God. God, the Creator, your Creator, that which created you. You are sustained by the love of that which created you. I am sustained by the love of God. Say that to yourself, even if you don't believe it. Even if you do not believe it, say to yourself, I am sustained by the love of God. am sustained by the love of God. I 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 am sustained by the love of God. You are 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 sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. So what is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer to every problem? What is the answer to every problem? I'm going to give you the answer to every problem. I'm going to give you the answer to every problem that will confront you. Are you ready to hear the answer to any problem that you're dealing with right now? Would you like to hear the answer to every problem that you will think is confronting you today or tomorrow? I'm going to give you the answer to any problem that comes up tomorrow. I'm going to give you the answer to any problem that comes up tomorrow. I'm going to give you the answer to every problem that comes up for the rest of your physical life. I'm about to give you the answer, so you cannot say that you have not received the answer. I'm going to give you the answer to every problem that is confronting you today. I'm going to give you from the Course in Miracles the answer to every problem that is confronting you today. I'm going to give you the answer to every problem that's going to confront you or may confront you tomorrow and for the rest of your life throughout time. Would you like that answer? It says it right here. I am sustained by the love of God. Here is the answer to every problem that will confront you today, tomorrow, and throughout time. Now remember, my purpose as a teacher is to help you remember what A Course in Miracles is teaching. You are here to remember the truth. You are here to remember who you really are. That's why you are here. That's why you're in this world. So the answer to every problem is this idea, and it's an idea. And ideas become strong by sharing the ideas. The more who believe in an idea, the stronger the idea becomes. Everything is an idea. Everything, including you. Everything is an idea. Something had the idea of you. Something thought you up. Everything is an idea. So the answer to everything is an idea. Do you know that the answer to everything that confronts you, any problem that confronts you, is the idea? I am sustained by the love of the Creator. You are sustained by the Creator. Something created you. You did not create yourself. You did not create yourself. So what is it that people believe in this world? in this world, you believe. In this world, the Course in Miracles says, in this world, you believe you are sustained by everything but God. You believe that do you know that the Course in Miracles says that people believe that they are sustained by everything but God. You believe that you are sustained by everything but God. If you are afraid right now, if you have problems that you see as confronting you, you don't have to believe this, but the Course in Miracles says you believe that you are sustained by everything but God. You believe that you are sustained by everything but your Creator. You believe that you are sustained by everything but love. So what then do you believe in? What is your faith placed in? Well, the Course in Miracles says your faith is placed in the most trivial symbols, that we believe in the most insane stuff. The Course in Miracles says, y'all don't believe in God. Y'all believe in everything but the Creator. You have faith in everything but your Creator. Then I go, what do you mean? What do you mean I have faith in everything but my Creator? Well, the voice says right here, well, your faith is placed in the most trivial and insane symbols, and I'm going to tell you what a trivial and insane symbol is. I'm going to give you some examples of trivial, insane symbols that you believe in. You believe in pills. You believe in pills more than you believe in God. You believe in pills more than you believe in your Creator. You think that there are pills. You believe in pills more than you do your Creator. You believe in money more than you believe in your Creator. I'm not saying that anything about these things are evil. I'm not saying that there's anything about money that's bad or anything about pills that are bad or evil. I'm just telling you that you believe in them more than you believe in God. You believe in, especially if you feel contracted right now and you're feeling a lot of resistance right now, that's a real good indication that this is really applying to you. And guess what? It applies to me too when I'm in fear. He says, now the Course in Miracles explains itself as it goes along, so you don't have to try to analyze the Course in Miracles. Let me give you an example. It says, I'm going to tell you what the answer is to every problem that will ever confront you today or tomorrow or for the rest of your life. The idea that's going to solve all your problems is the idea, I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. Now, let me tell you what you believe in. In this world, in this one, it says in this world, this one. In this world, you believe you're sustained by everything but God. So let's get this straight. You believe that you're sustained by everything but God in this world. And I'm going to tell you what it is that you have faith in more than you have faith in God. You have faith in pills. You have faith in money. You have faith in money more than God. You have faith in pills more than God. You have faith in clothing that protects you more than God. The Course in Miracles says that we have faith in influence. Who do you know? More than God. That we have, we believe that we are sustained by prestige. The Course in Miracles says we think we're sustained by everything but God. So he says your faith is placed in being liked. Don't you know that there's a part of you that thinks that being liked is really important to your survival? Isn't it true that there's a part of you that thinks wearing certain protective clothing is very important to your survival, and that pills are very important to your survival? The Course in Miracles says there's a part of us that thinks knowing the right people. If you know the right people, that's going to help your survival. So the Course in Miracles has a name for pills and money and destructive clothing and protective clothing and influence and prestige and being liked and knowing the right people. The Course in Miracles says this is an endless list. So we have faith in an endless list. We have faith in a list that never ends. It says an endless list of forms of nothingness that you endow with magical powers. And when the Course says magical powers, what is it talking about? You believe that there is something other than God that can take care of you. You believe that there's something other than your relationship to your creator that takes care of you. Anything that you believe is taking care of you other than your creator, the Course in Miracles calls that magic. So magic is dependent on yourself alone. Magic is thinking that you're the one that's really sustaining yourself. Magic is believing that pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, and knowing the right people, and a whole host of other stuff is what's taking care of you. The Course in Miracles calls that magic. Now, I want to tell you, the Course in Miracles also says that Spirit knows that you need these things, that you think you need these things while you are here. So don't misinterpret what I'm saying. You just need to know where your money is coming from. You need to know where everything that is sustaining you and where everything that is taking care of you is coming from. And so the Course in Miracles say, you guys and gals, y'all believe that everything but your creator is taking care of you. And you believe in an endless list of stuff that you've made up that you think is really taking care of you and that's really going to make you happy other than your creator. Now, I want you to hear what the Course in Miracles is saying, because it's really about remembering what it's saying. Not that we have to believe it, not that we have to accept it, but we just need to hear it and remember it. Remember what? The answer to every problem that you think you have is the idea that you are sustained by the love of God. You believe that you are sustained by everything but God. Pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people. The Course calls that an endless list of forms of nothingness that we endow with all kinds of magical powers to take care of us. So what is pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, and knowing the right people? It says in the next paragraph, all these things. What things? Pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people. All these things are your replacements for the love of God. So instead of experiencing the love of our Creator, we are focused in on pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and an endless list of forms of nothingness that we endow with magical powers. Rather than focusing on love, the Course in Miracles says we are focusing on these things. Now, why is it that we, according to the Course in Miracles, why is a person focused on pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people? Why is a person focused in on that? He says, because these things are cherished to ensure a body identification. Now remember, I want to say this so that you can hear it. The reason why we're so focused on material things is because the Course in Miracles says they're the replacements for the love of God. But the reason why we focus in on external things that we think are sustaining us, according to the Course, is because it ensures what? A body identification. A body identification. A body identification. So what is the heck does that mean? Okay, listen to me. Follow this. You are a spiritual being. You are spirit. You are a spiritual being. The Course would say you are mind. You are mind. You are consciousness. You are awareness. You are spirit. You are love. Okay? But you are now identified with your physical body. You are a spiritual being identified with your physical body. You are a spiritual being identified with the physical body. You are a spiritual being identifying with the physical body. So therefore, in order to keep your identification with your physical body alone, instead of recognizing you are unlimited spirit, you are unlimited, but you cherish thinking that you are a body. And you have to cherish pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and an endless list of forms of nothingness. You have to cherish those things in order to keep identifying with the body. I'm a spiritual being. I'm more than this physical body. But my focus on the external material things of the world that I think are sustaining me makes me keep thinking that I'm just this body that needs those things. So the Course in Miracles calls our being completely focused in on pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people. He says those things are songs of praise to our ego. And what is the ego? I'm praising the part of me that thinks I am separate and a body. You are praising your ego when you think pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being like, knowing the right people. If you think those things are sustaining you, you are praising your fear. You're praising your separation. You're not bad. You're not bad. You're not evil. You're not sinful. You're not guilty. Nothing that I'm saying is about you feeling any kind of guilt. What I'm doing is just telling you what's happening. That's what I realized about the Course in Miracles. It's not trying to insult me or scare me or make me feel guilty. It's like going, look here, I'm going to call a bicycle a bicycle. I know you want to call the bicycle a tricycle, and I know you don't believe the bicycle is a bicycle, but I'm going to tell you it's a bicycle. Okay? So I'm going to tell you that you're sustained by God's love, that's the answer to everything that's got you upset. But you don't believe that. You believe you are sustained by everything but God. You believe you are sustained by pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being like, knowing the right people. These things are your replacements for God's love. Those things are replacing God's love. When you focus on those things, then it just keeps you cherishing your physical body identification. Your physical body is just one aspect of the way that you communicate, and one way that you express yourself is through your physical body. Your physical body is a means for you to join and to express yourself and to communicate, but your physical body is not what you are. But when you keep focusing just on external things, pills, money, protective clothing, and all the rest of that as your primary focus, believing that that's what's taking care of you, then that ensures that you're going to keep on thinking that you are limited, and it is praising your thoughts of separation from God. So what does the Course in Miracles tell us that we should do? It says, do not put your faith in the worthless. It will not sustain you. Do not put your faith in the worthless. It will not sustain you. So what is the worthless? Well, relative to how your Creator could sustain you, what's worthless is pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, an endless list of forms of nothingness that you endow with magical powers. It's only your Creator that's taking care of you. It can look like it's money. It can look like it's clothes. It can look like it's pills. It can look like it's your influence and who you know and, being liked. But the Course in Miracles is saying, I want you to hear this. Those things that just keep you thinking that you are separate from God and keep you thinking that you are a body, if that's what you focus in on as sustaining you. But all those things, pills, money, protective clothing, influence, all those things are neutral. All those things are neutral. So the Course in Miracles is not condemning anything. It's not condemning any of those things. It's just telling you the truth. You see, what's going to sustain you is your Creator's love for you. So that's what's going to sustain you. Is your Creator's love for you is what's going to sustain you. What's going to sustain you is your Creator's love for you. God, the love of God means that God's love will. The reason why remember what the Course in Miracles says. No matter what your reaction is to the ideas, use the ideas. So this doesn't mean me sharing the Course in Miracles does not mean that everything I share is going to be easy for you to hear. It doesn't mean that everything that comes out of the Course is going to be something you want to hear. But sometimes, things can be the truth, even though you don't want to hear it. And sometimes things can be the truth, even though it's hard for you to hear it. And so the Course in Miracles is saying to you, you're only going to be sustained. You're truly going to be sustained by that which created you. And it may use pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being like, knowing the right. All those things may be used by God. But everything that comes to you, because the Course in Miracles says that the Creator is going to use everything we've made to wake us up. So there's nothing that we can make that the Creator will not use to wake us up to the truth of who we really are. So I'll say it again. Do not misperceive what I'm saying. I am not condemning pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, because I do not condemn. God does not condemn. Love does not condemn. So it's not going to condemn you no matter what you are thinking about in those things. The Course in Miracles is just saying, let me be straight up with you. It's your Creator that's going to sustain you, not the things that you're making up that's going to take care of you. Those things may be used by the Creator to bring you things that you think you need, because you think you might, I think I need rent money, or I think I need to buy some food. So Spirit may use all of those things, but I need to understand that I'm being sustained by God. I'm not being sustained by those things in and of themselves. So the Course then says in paragraph 3, what is it that will protect you in all circumstances? The Course in Miracles says, well, I'm going to tell you what's going to protect you in any circumstance. I'm going to tell you what's going to protect you in any circumstance. Only the love of God, the love of God, the love of your Creator, and you have a Creator, the love of the Creator within you and without you and around you. The love of that which created you will protect you. Now, when I say the love of God will protect you, I'm not talking about you loving God, that you loving God protects you. That is not what I am saying. That is not what the Course in Miracles is saying. In my perception, it's not saying you got to just praise God every second of the day and tell God how wonderful. God is not some man in the sky, this external, there's some superhuman up there somewhere that is listening to what you're saying and arbitrarily rewarding some and condemning and punishing others. The Creator is unlimited, as you can't even imagine how unlimited your Creator is. But the point is, Course in Miracles is saying your Creator's love for you will protect you. The love of God means God's love for you. Your Creator's love for you. You know, I love my child, so I protect my child, right? It's not protecting my child is coming from my love of my child. My protecting my child isn't coming from my child necessarily loving me. If you're a really good parent, you're going to love your child and want to protect your child, whether your child loves you or not. So it's not your love of your Creator that will protect you in all circumstances. It's your Creator's love for you that is going to protect you in all circumstances. And the Course in Miracles says the love of your Creator is going to lift you out of every trial. It didn't say the love of your Creator is going to lift you out of some trials. It says the love of your Creator will lift you out of every trial. And then what else is it telling us that the love of our Creator will do? It says, well, the love of your Creator is going to raise you high above all the perceived dangers of this world. Do you hear what it's saying? That your Creator's love can raise you above all the dangers. It's like flying over a forest fire. You can be lifted up over the perceived dangers in this world. I want you to remember this. Let's remember this. Let's remember that the love of our Creator can protect us in every circumstance, that the love of our Creator can lift us out of any trial that we think we're going through, that the love of our Creator can raise us high above all the perceived dangers of this world. So you can be lifted above every danger of this world. You can be lifted above every danger of this world. Where can you be lifted into? Do you know that you can be lifted into a climate of perfect peace and safety? You can be lifted above the dangers of this world into perfect peace and safety. Through the love of your Creator for you, you can be lifted above the dangers of this world into perfect peace and perfect safety. You can be lifted into perfect safety above all the dangers of this world. And I'm not talking about you have to die, and after you die, you're going to be in this place of safety and peace. The Course in Miracles is saying your Creator can protect you right now in whatever circumstance you're in, can lift you out of every trial, can raise you high above all the dangers of this world into a climate of perfect peace. And let me talk to you. The love of God will transport you into a state of mind, The love of God will transport you. Where would the love of God transport you? Into a state of mind. What kind of state of mind can God's love transport you? Into what kind of state of mind can God's love transport you? But God's love can transport you into a state of mind that nothing can threaten. Would you like to be in a state of mind that nothing can threaten you? Would you like to have a state of mind that cannot be threatened? Wouldn't you love to never feel threatened? Wouldn't you love to be in a state of mind that you never felt threatened? Wouldn't you love to be in a state of mind that nothing can disturb? Wouldn't you love to be in a state of mind that nothing can disturb? Well, God's love for you can lift you in a state of mind. God's love can lift you into a state of mind that nothing can disturb, where nothing can intrude upon your eternal calm. Wouldn't you like to have a state of mind that nothing could make you lose your calm? Wouldn't you like to be in a state of mind that nothing could threaten, that nothing could disturb? I want you to hear this. This is about hearing the Course in Miracles, not about analyzing the Course in Miracles, and not necessarily about you even understanding it. But it's telling you what? Your Creator's love for you can protect you in every circumstance. It can lift you out of every trial. Your Creator's love can raise you high above all the perceived dangers of this world into a state of mind. You want to go into a state of mind. The Course in Miracles is trying to take us into a state of mind that nothing can bother, nothing can disturb, nothing can upset. The Course in Miracles is trying to take us to a state of mind where nothing can intrude upon our calm. Do you want to be in a state of mind that nothing can threaten, that nothing can disturb? How do you reach that state of mind that nothing can threaten? I'm going to tell you. This is how you do it. You don't put your faith in illusions. Don't put your faith in false ideas. Don't put your faith in false ideas. Don't put your faith in fears. Don't put your faith in fears. Don't put your faith in guilt. Don't put your faith in anger. Don't put your faith in anger. Don't put your faith in fear. Don't put your faith in anger. Don't put your faith in guilt. Don't put your faith in sickness. Don't put your faith in pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people. Don't put your faith in illusions. When you put your faith in everything outside of you, every time you put your faith in something outside of you to ultimately sustain you, the Course in Miracles says illusions will fail you. What is not love will fail you. What is not of your Creator will fail you. So where should you put your faith? Where should you put your faith? Where should you put your faith? If you're not going to put your faith in pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, if you're not going to put your faith in that, the Course in Miracles says, put your faith in the love of God. Put your faith in your Creator's love inside you. Put your faith in the love of God within you. So what is the love of God within you? What is the God within you? What is the divine within you? The Course in Miracles, do you know it's about to give you a description? It's going to give you a description of the characteristics of the love of God inside of you. I'm going to give you the character. Would you like to hear the characteristics of the love of God? What are the characteristics of the love of God? Well, it's eternal. So the love that comes from God is eternal. It never changes. It never fails. The love of God in you, it is eternal. It lasts forever. If it's real, it lasts forever. If it's the love of God, if it's the Creator's love, Do you know that you can tell it's the Creator's love because it is eternal, it is changeless, and forever unfailing? So what is the answer? What is the answer to whatever confronts you right now? What is the answer to whatever is confronting you right now? The answer to whatever is confronting you right now is to put all your faith in the love of God within you. The love of God within you is eternal, changeless, forever unfailing. I say the love of God within you. It's eternal, changeless, forever unfailing. It's the answer to whatever confronts you today. So what can you do? What can you do through the love of God? What can you do? What can you do through the Creator's love within you? What can you do through that which is eternal, changeless, and forever unfailing? There is a love in you. There is a Creator in you. There is God in you that is eternal, changeless, and never fails. So you can resolve all seeming difficulties. Would you like to resolve all seeming difficulties? Would you like to resolve your difficulties effortlessly? Would you like to resolve all your seeming difficulties without effort? Would you like to have all your difficulties handled in an effortless way? Do you know you can have all your difficulties resolved without effort? Do you know the Course in Miracles says you can have all your problems handled, all your difficulties resolved without effort? And you can do it in sure confidence. You can have every difficulty, every problem that you think is confronting you, everything that's frightening you can be resolved in confidence through the love of God within you, through the eternal, the changeless, and the unfailing within you. You can resolve all seeming difficulties. So what is the instruction? The instruction is tell yourself this often today. The Course in Miracles says, tell yourself what? Tell yourself, through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence. Through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence. Tell yourself. See, that's instruction, folks. It's the Course in Miracles is saying, tell yourself this often today. So why would you want to tell yourself? Why would you want to tell yourself that through God's love within you, you can resolve all your difficulties effortlessly and in certain confidence? Why would you like to tell yourself that? Because if you tell yourself that it's through the love of God within you that you can resolve all your problems, that is your declaration of release. That is your declaration of release. So what is your declaration of independence? What is your personal declaration of release? Through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence. Through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence. You ought to tell yourself that often today. It's your declaration of release. So what is it that you're getting release from? You're getting release from your belief in idols. If you say to yourself, through the love of God within me, through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence. Without effort and in sure confidence, you can resolve every seeming difficulty that seems to confront you right now. Every fear, every guilt, every sickness, every lack in your perception, in your mind. You can have all your problems resolved through the love of your Creator that is within you. And so what is the characteristic of the love of God? That it is eternal. That means it lasts forever. It never changes. That love never changes. Real love never changes. And God's love, what our Creator is, never fails. I don't care if it looks like it to you that everything is failing. That is just your perception. But the Course in Miracles is saying, if you want to get past that block, if you want to see your problem solved, if you want to see the difficulties in your life resolved, tell yourself. It didn't say analyze. It said tell yourself often, through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. Tell yourself this often today. It is a declaration. So it's time to make a what? Declaration. A declaration of release. It's time for you to make a declaration of release. You are releasing your belief in idols. You're no longer going to believe what? You're no longer going to believe that what is sustaining you is pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people. You are going to let go of the belief that that's what's sustaining you, even though the Course in Miracles says that Spirit is aware that in this world you think you need these things. But what we're trying to do is to help you remember that those things can be channels, but those things are not the source of what's sustaining you. So you need to remind yourself over and over and over again that it's not money that's actually taking care of you. It's not pills, even though you may take some. It's not money, even though you may think you need some and it's provided to you. It's not protective clothing, even though you may have the coolest coat that you should be wearing in the winter. Influence, prestige, being liked, all of those things should not be looked at as that's what's actually taking care of you. Even though in this world you may be given those things. So don't get me wrong. Now listen to what the Course in Miracles says. Tell yourself this often today. It's a declaration of release. What is a declaration of release? Through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. Tell yourself this often today. It's going to be your declaration from your belief in the ego. It's going to be your declaration of your release from your belief in fear and anger and guilt. It's going to be symbolic of your declaration of your belief that you are just a physical body. I am sustained by the love of God is your statement, your statement of freedom. It is your statement of release. Don't say this, and please don't say this doesn't work if you haven't actually done it and you haven't used the idea consistently for a while and really used it. Because there's a part of our mind that will doubt things that it hasn't actually done. So the Course in Miracles says to us, for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. How many minutes? 10 minutes twice a day. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. What should you do for 10 minutes? 20 minutes entirely, the whole day. Well, let the idea for today do what? What is it that you must let the idea for today do? You must let the idea for today sink deep into your consciousness. Let this idea sink deep into your mind. Let what idea? Let what idea sink deep into your mind? I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. Let that sink deep, deep, deep into your consciousness. Let what sink deep into your consciousness? I am sustained by the love of God. What are you supposed to do with that idea? I am sustained by the love of God. You are supposed to repeat the idea. Repeat what idea? I am sustained by the love of God. Think about it. Think about what? Think about the idea you are sustained by the love of God. Think about it. Think about it. I am sustained by my Creator's love. I'm really sustained by my Creator's love. I know it looks like it's coming through all the material and physical things in my life and in my world, but the truth is, I am being sustained by my Creator. It's my Creator that sustains me. It's my Creator that will always sustain me. It's my Creator that's the answer. So the Course in Miracles says, repeat it. Think about it. Let related thoughts come to help you. Let related thoughts come to help you. do what? Let some thoughts come to you to help you recognize it's true that you are sustained by the love of God. Think about all the blessings that you have had to show that you are sustained and that you're being sustained by the universe, that you're being sustained by your Creator. Let related thoughts come to you. Let related thoughts come to you. So what do you want to do? This is what you want to do. Are you ready? Are you ready? So what is it that you should allow? Listen to me. What is it that you should allow? What is it that you should allow? You should allow peace to flow over you. Allow peace to flow over you like a blanket of protection. Allow peace to flow over you like a blanket. Picture that. Picture that. I allow peace to flow over me like a blanket. Imagine a blanket of peace. Imagine a blanket of peace. Allow peace to flow over you like a blanket of protection and surety. What should you do? You should repeat this idea. I am sustained by the love of God, and let it sink deep into your consciousness. So what do you do next? You keep repeating the idea. I am sustained by the love of God, and think about it. Let related thoughts come to help you recognize that this is the truth, that you are sustained by the love of your Creator. Don't let any idle and foolish thoughts, don't let the thoughts of the ego, the thoughts of fear, the thoughts of the world, the thoughts of the past, let no idle and foolish thoughts enter. Don't let the stupid, fearful, angry, guilty thoughts, don't let the thoughts of the world, don't let those idle and foolish thoughts enter to disturb your mind. The Course in Miracles calls it your holy mind, your innocent mind, your guiltless mind, your beautiful mind, your loving mind. Don't let those weary thoughts, those thoughts of concern and upset and anger and guilt and grievance and projection and blame. The Course in Miracles calls those idle, foolish thoughts. You're not being condemned for having all of those so-called negative thoughts. The Course in Miracles says they're just idle and foolish thoughts. And you want to go, I don't want to let any idle or foolish thought enter to disturb my mind. So not having any fears in your mind, not having any cares and anxieties and upsets in your mind. The Course in Miracles says that's the kingdom of heaven. Having no foolish, fearful, angry, guilty, lack thoughts disturbing your mind. That is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of love, the kingdom of joy. So you being in joy, you being in a state of mind that nothing can disturb, you're being in a state of mind that doesn't even let ego, foolish, weary thoughts even enter your mind. You're being in a state of mind that nothing can disturb you because you know you are sustained by the love of God, because you know that you are sustained by the love of your Creator. And so you say, I'm not going to let any idle or foolish thoughts enter to disturb my holy mind, because that's the kingdom of heaven. It is a mind, it is a state of mind. That is the resting place. Where is the resting place? Where you are experiencing nothing but the love of God, where nothing can disturb you, where every seeming difficulty is resolved easily. That is the resting place where your Father has placed you forever. Do you want to go to the resting place? This whole section was about how to go to that resting place in which you have no cares, no worries, and no anxieties, because you know that you are sustained by the love of God. I'm going to do a quick recap. I want to thank you for tuning into this lesson. This is a very powerful lesson. And be sure to share this video class, please, mighty companions. And if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation, which isn't a contradiction from anything that we've said, because the Course in Miracles says that you, in the question of payment, in the supplement, that Spirit knows that you need money while you think you are here. So don't think that asking for donations means that that's contradictory to what we've heard, or you're being willing to receive financial support through whatever you do, your work or whatever you do, that somehow or another you're going against what you just heard. You are to see everything in this world as a channel, and everything that comes to you is a channel. But in this world, you do need things. The Course in Miracles says that. So this is not contradicting that. And if you'd like to make a donation, just go to www.earlpurdy, Purdy, earlpurdy.com. And you can use Venmo at earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com is my email address. I'm also available for clarity sessions, one-on-one mentoring, coaching, advising sessions with me, using all of the principles of the Course that I've learned in the over 40 years of working with people, as well as my knowledge of soul, purpose, astrology, and numerology, if you're open to it. Go to my website, look under Clarity Sessions, and it describes in detail my services, and you can book an appointment or schedule an appointment with me right there on my web page. Sundays at 1 p.m. on the Earl Purdy page, Mountain Time, I do another Course in Miracles Facebook Live. But this Course in Miracles on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Facebook Live. And you can also see my videos on YouTube and also on my website. You can watch hundreds of videos totally free to do so. So what is it that we are going to remember about this today? It said that I am sustained by the love of God is the answer to everything that will confront you. I am sustained by the love of God is the idea. So let's look at these ideas. Let's do a quick review, because there are just certain ideas we need to remember. So let's say it. Say it. You don't have to believe it, but say it. You don't have to believe it, but say it. I am sustained by the love of God. 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 Say it to yourself. It said it. It's right here. Repeat it. Think about it. Let the idea sink deep into your consciousness. It says, tell yourself this often today. Through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. Through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. Through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort. Ensure confidence. It says it right here. Tell yourself this often today. Tell yourself this often today. Let's do it. I am sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love. What about us? We are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. You are sustained. Tell yourself this often today. Use the ideas, use the ideas, use the ideas right now. Remember, use the ideas. Never forget the ideas. Repeat the ideas. It didn't say analyze the ideas. It said repeat it, think about it, and let related thoughts come to help you. Repeat it, think about it, repeat it, and think about it. Repeat it, repeat what? I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. That's right, mighty companions. This is Earl Purdy. Listen to this at least 4 times. It is the answer to every problem that will confront you today, tomorrow, and throughout time. But you got to remind yourself. The Course in Miracles says our biggest problem is that we don't remember the truth. So, mighty companions, by the way, congratulations, Diana, on your big joining. I want y'all to know that I love you, I appreciate you, and we have to remember, we don't have to analyze it. Remember this. Every time you become afraid and you're wondering about problems and things are confronting you, make this your go-to class. Love you, mighty companions. May the Course be with you.